Today I'm going to show you how to assess your own glute function and activation. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? It's Blake Bowman here with GuerrillaZen Fitness, and in today's video I'm going to show you a quick assessment that you can do on yourself to tell if your butt muscles, your glutes, are activating and functioning properly. This is an assessment exercise called a Cook hip lift. I take my online coaching clients through this when I assess them online, and it's very important, so I thought I'd share it with you today. First of all, you need to understand the importance of glute activation, okay? If you do this test and you actually fail it, then just realize that your knees, your low back, your hip, in those three areas primarily, but some other areas too, are all predisposed to injury, okay? Basically what this test will do is it'll show you if your glutes are able to fire properly or not, or if they're being dominated by other muscle groups. So basically the glutes stabilize the knees, the hip, and the low back. So if they're not functioning properly, if they're not turning on, they can predispose you to pain in those areas and exacerbate the pain in those areas. So that's why this assessment is so important. If you basically have to figure out if your glutes are functioning properly. If they're not, you have to take steps to address them to make sure that they are. All right, so here's how to do the assessment. Okay, so this process is very, very simple. Basically what you do is you're gonna lay down on your back flat, and you're gonna keep both of your feet planted flat on the floor with your knees bent, okay? You're gonna get one leg, and you're gonna grab that knee with both your hands, pull it into the chest, hug it up tight like this, and keep it in the chest the whole time. That's very important. You wanna keep it all the way up in the chest the whole time. Now using this leg that's on the ground, what you're gonna do is you're gonna drive that foot right through the center of the foot. You're gonna push that into the ground and lift your hips off the ground just a little bit, making sure to keep this left knee in the chest, okay? Don't let it come off like this, okay? You're not gonna be able to go up very high, but that's not what we're really checking here. Basically, as you do this, I want you to ask yourself, where am I feeling this? Okay, ask yourself that question pertaining to the leg that's actually doing the work, okay? Kind of tune in with your body, do this do this exercise a couple times, ask yourself where you're feeling it. If you're not feeling it after 5 reps, keep going until you get fatigued and you definitely know what muscle you're feeling this in, okay? And basically, in an ideal world, if you have ideal glute activation and strength, you're gonna feel that right in your butt cheek, right here, okay? However, oftentimes that is not the case, okay? Oftentimes you're gonna feel this predominantly in a muscle that's not your glutes, okay? Like the hamstrings, okay? This is called synergistic dominance of the hamstrings. That means the hamstrings are overpowering the glutes. You might feel it in the hamstrings, you might feel it in the calves or in the front of the thigh here. Or maybe you might feel a little restriction in the front of your hip. Basically, if you're experiencing any of those and the sensation that you're feeling is greater in any of those parts than it is in the glutes, then you most likely have what's called glute amnesia, which I'm not making that up. I know it sounds ridiculous kind of to say that, but it basically means that your glutes aren't firing properly. They don't have enough activation. They're shut down, and they're likely being dominated by one of these other muscle groups like the hamstrings, or maybe some of the hip flexor muscles here like the rectus femoris, or you have a lot of tightness in your calves. Basically, you passed this test if you felt your glutes working first and foremost, and then maybe some other areas secondarily. You failed this test if you felt it primarily in one of those other muscle groups like your hamstrings, your calves, your quads over your glutes. All right, so basically, if you found that you were like synergistically dominant in the hamstrings, or maybe you felt your quads or your your calves kicking on a lot, more so than your glutes during this, then basically you have to approach this very strategically. Doing just regular glute exercises like a hip thruster or something like that, you're still going to be activating these wrong muscles when you're doing those. Even though you're trying to target your glutes, you're going to be, if you have synergistic dominance of the hamstrings are going to be working and the glutes are not going to be working as much, okay? And you're just going to contribute to the imbalance. Gray Cook, physical therapist, says never add strength to dysfunction because you'll just reinforce the dysfunction, okay? So that is the same case with this, right? So if you have that going on, let's say, for example, your hamstrings. If you're feeling your hamstrings work a lot when you're trying to activate your glutes, then what I'd recommend you do is Interset self-myofascial release, okay? Basically what that means is foam rolling the muscle, or particularly for the hamstrings, a softball works better. Softballing the entire length of the hamstrings in between sets of, like, let's say hip thrusters, an exercise that's designed to target your glutes. The reason why we're doing this is because foam rolling actually affects the nervous system, where it down-regulates the neural drive going into the muscle. So those neurons that go into the muscle that shoot that electrical signal through themselves and tell that muscle to contract, when you foam roll a muscle, you shut down that that signal a little bit, and you basically tell the hamstrings to chill out a little bit, so they're not going to work as much, and that will allow in time your glutes to, you know, turn on more and compensate for the shutting down effect that we created in the hamstrings, which your body, you know, is not used to, and it'll basically allow your glutes to catch up in strength over time. Now you can apply this same concept to any other muscle group that you might be feeling activate instead of your glutes. So same thing with the thighs, same thing with the calves. You want to do interset foam rolling or interset self-myofascial release, which is just self-massage of those, any other muscle that you're feeling other than the glutes. That's basically how you're going to solve this problem in yourself. If you need more help with this, leave me a comment down below. I'll take a look and try to answer specific questions that you have. But there you have it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want to see videos on in the future. Coming into 2018 here, I want to start, you know, doing a lot more new content, and I'm always looking for new ideas. I always read comments on all my videos, even if I don't respond to all of them. So let me know below what you want to see me make a video on. I really hope that you enjoyed this. If you did and you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do that. Click that subscribe button right down there next to GuerrillaZen Fitness. I upload on here every week, so you don't want to miss that. Also, if you did like it, give it a like down below. Hit that thumbs up button. That really helps me and my channel, and that's the best way that you guys can support me here on YouTube. Now, if you actually want a workout plan that I put together that focuses a lot on the glutes, and it focuses on getting rid of a lot of muscle imbalances, that works really well with kind of the concept that I shared here with you today, then what you need to do is get my 3-day functional training split. This is a 3-day functional workout plan. Like I said, it has a lot of focus on glutes on the lower body training day. I think you'll like it a lot. It's also free. It's available on my website. Just click the link in the description down below, the first link available there, or the first link in the comment section down below at the top. Both of those links will take you to the same page on my website. I'll ask you for your email as soon as you get there. As soon as you enter in your email, I will send you that workout within 5 minutes. If you're looking for another place to get 3-day functional training split, which I highly recommend, I think you'll like it a lot, click this. That will take you to the same page on my website as, you know, as the rest of the links down there will. And again, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, click this and then hit subscribe. That will subscribe you, lock you in. And if you like this video and you want to see more like this, click this link over here. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.